Hey there, I'm Della. For most of the last 30 years, I've been working on figuring out ways to help our communities transition into the coming economic and social and technological era. It's a change that we haven't seen since the start of the Industrial Revolution back over 200 years ago. But this time, it's all going to happen a whole lot faster. So we need to get ready because this transition is going to profoundly change every aspect of the communities where we live and work, no matter what we do. So I often joke that I had a front row seat for the first wave of the collapse of the industrial economy. My father and my grandfather owned a little paint factory in my hometown, the kind of small shop that used to show up all over the U.S. And when that collapse started, my father lost almost everything that he had saved and worked for decades. And he was out of work for more than 3 years. He and the town that I grew up in, they were never the same. So I saw firsthand the enormous dislocation that kind of swift economic change could have on a community and on people and families. And I've spent most of my life trying to figure out how to help other communities manage that kind of economic change and avoid that trauma. One of the things that I've learned over all these years is that we're moving into an economic and social and cultural and technological era that's going to be as profoundly different from our past as the Industrial Revolution was from the medieval era. And as we hear experts talk about machine learning and artificial intelligence and the like at the global level, sometimes at the national level, nobody's really paying attention to how those same deep changes are going to affect the places that matter to us, the communities where we live and work and build our relationships and create our futures. As an urban planner and an economic developer, I've seen too many communities over the years struggle or fight against those changes without understanding what's going on and the opportunities that lie before them. So about 10 years ago, I walked away from a traditional consulting career to try to figure out some answers to those questions. Since then, I've managed a technology magazine, I've run large public engagement initiatives, I've written 4 books and edited 2 more, I've spoken on stages across North America, and I've helped to lead startups that are building systems to enable that kind of change. I've finally learned the things that I wish I had known back so many years ago, and I'm ready to share them with you. The Changemaker's Toolkit is a collection of resources that will help you understand what's going on behind the daily headlines. It'll help you see and understand the stories and developments that are the signals that are pointing to what the future is likely to look like. And it'll give you hands-on tools for making sense of those changes and their implications, both for yourself and your profession or volunteer work, and for the communities that you care about. These tools consist of a book that will help you think about these changes from a very personal and relatable point of view, a guided journal that will help you process what these issues really mean for you yourself, and a weekly newsletter that'll show you what's going on nationally and internationally and help you apply those learnings to your work in your community today. Like I said, this is the kind of help and support and insight and guidance that I wish I'd had when I was coming up against that big question, the one that's defined my adult life. I went into this work to help communities, and especially to help communities avoid the problems that I saw in my youth. I wanted to help them capitalize on and be successful in a new era with so many exciting possibilities. So I'm glad to finally be able to share this Changemakers Kit with you. So for years, I've signed off my podcasts and videos with the phrase, "Go get 'em." And I think that's the opportunity that we have right now. It's time to make the future of our communities what we want them to be. So thanks for watching. I hope you'll consider purchasing the Changemakers Toolkit. You'll find a link on this page and a code for 25% off on the price. So thanks. Let's go get 'em.